Well, we did go live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Adrift in Aldhalor, our weekly actual play D&D show set in our homebrew world of Oradun. We're getting back into it. We've been off streaming for 2 weeks due to some sickness and other things, so we're really excited to be back. And our music is licensed through musicbed.com, which just increased their prices again. Anyway. Occasionally we use Ambience from Syrinscape and TabletopAudio. I'm going to bring Shannon in real quick. Shannon, don't talk yet. Don't talk yet. Because your microphone's it's not on.
Okay.
Now it is. It's moving.
Hot mic.
Hot mic.
Aw, thank you.
I was waiting for it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paradise. Let's do this thing. We're gonna Shannon I need to get back into this. Good Lord. I'm gonna talk about some of our partners.
First time?
Yeah. It fucking feels like it. I want to talk about some of the partners that we have here in Paradise, starting with Underground Oracle Publishing. They are a best-selling, Emmy-nominated TTRPG publisher building new and exciting settings for the cipher system of every genre that you can imagine. Each setting includes everything you need to get started and explore its unique world, including lore, species, descriptors, foci, creatures, ciphers, artifacts, and all of the rules that you need to play. For as little as $3, you can join their Patreon and help shape each of the worlds that they create. Next, we have Edward Yorke. Eddie Yorke is our character artist. He's an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. I just got some new Saskia art done because I wanted it. And she's got some cool new armor and she looks pretty badass. So I'll put that in our Discord so y'all can see his incredible creations. If you are looking for some wonderful character art of your own, visit his portfolio and get in contact with him on eyorke.com, and that is Yorke with an E at the end. Next, and last but not least, certainly not least, we have 1985 Games. They create affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other TTRPGs. Sean uses their NPC cards and has used nearly all of them in our campaign. And we have some pretty dynamic and amazing NPCs because of these cards. And of course, because of Sean's incredible imagination. But these cards do. So if you'd like to purchase those or any of their other products, wow, I had to search real hard for that word. You can use the code paradiceprod for 10% off your entire order. VODs on our Discord, on YouTube, are not up to date, but they're pretty close. I'm working on it. We're up to episode 88 is live. I'm working on, nope, I lied. 87. Yes, you have to upload. 87's there. I'm working on 88. We're working on it. Yeah. And the recaps are a lost cause at this point. So you've got some of the recaps on there, and if you got questions, just ask us some questions in our Discord channel, and then join us on all the socials. I just posted on Instagram for the first time in like fucking forever, so go follow us on there if you haven't, as well as Bluesky here on Twitch, X, YouTube, Discord, and TikTok, although we haven't posted on TikTok in like 2.5 years, but you could still post. Well, we'd like to get back into that eventually, so just give us a follow so you can be notified when we start posting again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't start recording, but that's okay, because you're recording, right?
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to start now.
Excellent. All right. Let's bring the gentleman in. All right.
They better
make sure all the lines are moving. Remember,
yes,
they burp on stream without muting themselves. 1 point of exhaustion. I see you, Alex. I see you.
That's cheating. You can't do that.
Cheating? I'm the DM. That's all you do as a DM. Just kidding. Anyway, shall we jump into our recap for tonight, gentlemen and Shannon?
Let's do it.
All right, let me try to remember what happened 3 weeks ago.
I thought you were being rude to Shannon for a split second.
Like I was just saying, like, you're not a gentleman.
I'm not a gentleman.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm so gentlemanly. I don't burp without muting myself.
All right.
Gentlemen's can burp.
That's true. We should stop burp shaming on this stream. Although, please do not do it. All right.
Yes. John.
All right. What? I don't. Anyway. Last we left off, our heroes were traversing the the northern wastes of the Gosu haunt, specifically going north of Serkanto through the forests and up the hills towards the mountain. Some of the tallest and most frozen peaks of the Palto Alps. After outrunning a few dangers on the road, they were able to get to, well, there were a few other dangers. They outran an owl bear, and then they fled from a churning worm of some kind that was trying to ambush them. And then as they started to make their way through the hills themselves, which are jagged and difficult to traverse, filled with several gorges ripped through by small frozen streams, they heard the arguing of a large creature. Jacquet went to investigate. He slipped through the trees stealthily, showcasing his cloak of the bat. Don't know what it's called, but it made him cloak of the bat, which was very cool.
Bat cloak.
He bat cloaked, so he could fly through the trees and glide through the trees in the dim light of the eclipsed sun. He found a large troll there with multiple heads arguing with itself. It seemed as though the party might be able to slip by. He returned to the party and they made a plan to sneak by. Baron used Pass Without a Trace to try to improve your chances, but unfortunately, some of the louder members of the party were not able to keep themselves concealed even with the magical aid of Baron, and a fight ensued. Now, the party got to utilize their axe beaks for the first time in this fight, and fight with mounts. It was a bit of a difficult fight in the sense of taking down the monsters, but the party got out of it with very few scratches, leaving 2 of these spirit trolls behind. And they continued riding north into the hills and forests. Eventually, they stopped as they were about an hour from the ruins that Baron wanted to rest at for the evening. Jacquet and Baron decided that they were going to scout ahead as the sun was setting and the party would need to rest soon. While they did so, the rest of the party relaxed, and Bruce utilized Identify to learn what the candles Sigil gave you all were. You learned that they were candles of invocation, which are very powerful magic items, especially for clerics. You learned that they were attuned to planes of existence called Pandemonium, otherwise known as Din, and Limbo, otherwise known as Io. Now, these planes of existence are chaotic in nature and tied to the elements, but in a very different way. Din being more destructive, while Io is more about transmutation and shifting and changing. Both relatively neutral, one could say, in their alignments. They're not necessarily aligned to good or evil. They just are planes of change and chaos that happen to do so in different ways. The other thing he learned is that these candles can be used to summon entities from these planes of existence by utilizing the gate spell. Baron and Jacquette investigated ahead where they found that the ruins had been recently occupied. They found tracks leading westward towards the other stairway up the mountain. Baron was concerned that there was an actual other group of people here that weren't shambling undead. He said he's never encountered people before this deep in the wilds. But Jacquette and him found some torches, and they grabbed one of them to bring back with them. But more interestingly, they saw a bubbling black and red ooze inside the tower ruin. Now, this frightened Baron. He said that he's seen stuff like this in Samulto before, that it's very dangerous. So they retreated back to the party to explain all of this to them. Bruce used what remained of the short rest to identify the torch and learned that it was a fell torch imbued with the magics of the Shadowfell. Bruce then searched his mind library for any references to the Shadowfell he's heard before, which he remembered in some of his research in passing. Throughout the years, he learned that the Shadowfell is a plane of consumption, a plane of destruction, really. It is a relatively newly researched plane, particularly in Gwenvalier, since the Pallid conflict 30 years ago, where some entities of this plane were part of that conflict. He also remembered that there's only really one form of sentience in the Shadowfell, and that is creatures known as Scaithfulum, otherwise known as Dreadlords, and that they tend to have a larval state before they take on their monstrous forms in the form of ooze. So the party extrapolates that this ooze could be a larval Scaithfulum, a very dangerous entity. Much to the chagrin of Jacquette, the party believes that they should destroy this ooze and not let it mature into something more dangerous. Although the question still remains on the party's mind of who these travelers were that passed through, that were able to be close to this ooze, or even were they responsible for this ooze? And were they aligned with the weeping cultists that they found in the monastery not too long ago, referencing some entity known as Lord Raven? But that's where we left off, basically. The sun has fully set now. The winds are whipping and howling and blistering against your faces. The trees do provide some cover from this, but you can see the tops of the trees whipping wildly. Snow is pounding up from the ground and dancing down from the shaking trees, making vision a little bit obscured. I would say lightly obscured. What would you all like to do? The axe beaks are squawking at the wind.
So
the
it
wind
seems that-
responding. Sorry.
Level of exhaustion! Level of exhaustion!
What
Did
was
I
that?
hear a burp? Did I hear a burp? No.
So I think we're in agreement that we need to get rid of this thing.
Yes, but should we do it tonight? Now? Jacquette says, gesturing to the lightly obscured space around them.
I mean, the conditions aren't optimal, but if we were to set up camp here and, try and spend the night, would we be able to still ambush this thing and, take advantage of it not knowing we're here? We might get exposed.
What would expose us?
If we summoned a big tower, or maybe these birds.
It's an hour away to the ruins. If it can sense us, 2 miles away, then we're in a lot more trouble.
That'll be fine. This is
Turning to Baron again is like you felt like it was necessary to get to the ruins to rest. Is there any reason you think that staying out here for the night may cause some problems?
Well, ordinarily I would say yes, but Bruce has his nifty towers. Now, granted, they're not exactly conspicuous, and now that we know we're not alone in the forest, it could be less safe than ordinarily. Although they are still towers with walls and locked doors and easily defended, rather than a campsite.
Well, then if that's the case, then maybe Chiquette's right. Let's take the evening to rest and tackle it first thing in the morning.
The only thing I could think
If we-
of to play devil's advocate is we don't understand what this
I'm a
thing
tiefling,
is.
not a devil.
We don't understand the nature of this thing or the people who pass through, and I'm fixating on this, but I don't know if they summoned it there or created it in some way. I don't know. It could progress overnight, grow stronger. I'm not sure how it works.
Can I while I'm setting up the tower, I imagine Bruce is kind of like overhearing.
Yeah.
Can I search my memory bank for how long it takes for the larvae to reach adulthood?
Yeah, you can give me a nature or arcana check. I will say the DC is quite high for this.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Go for it.
Hey, you want a little bardic inspiration there, champ?
Yeah, what do you say to me?
Hey, figure it out. That's a D6.
Sick. Thank you. All right, Arcana, here we come. Oh, Sean. Oh, Sean.
What'd you get?
Oh, Sean.
Yes.
Is it a 1?
It is a. I'm gonna add 5 to that as well, bringing it up to a 39. Sean,
Yo.
is that gonna do it?
DC was 40.
Sorry, but the DC was actually 39 and a half.
Fuck.
No, that definitely will do it. I'm not. And granted, I'll say this is incomplete lore in terms of like the understanding by the researchers, but you recall that the Scathulum larval state does consume living organisms around it to progress its gestation. The more it consumes, or the more it's fed, the quicker it becomes Scathulum. Specifically, sentient creatures progress its evolution faster.
Okay, so not like can't just like feed it a bunch of dead chickens and say, "Hey."
No, it will get bigger, but it won't get it. It won't develop into a Scathulum. It will just become a big blob. It requires mental prowess. It requires a mind to create its own self.
Got it. Okay. I relay that while I'm still drawing the outline of the. So
That makes me a little.
Yeah, I think we got some more time.
Unless the cultist fed it a bunch of sacrifices and is digesting them right now.
It's a good point.
Where would they have gotten sent sacrifices like that in this barren wasteland?
I didn't
Where did
even
they
know
come
there was
from?
anybody here besides the Secanto settlement. There's a lot of new questions that have come up since you arrived.
I mean, there's also
And like,
lots
there's a moment where Baron, like, his eyes go narrow for a second, then he goes, no, they're good guys.
There's also a lot of unknowns of like when this even began, when it was summoned, and how long they've been feeding it. You know, what's one more day really gonna do?
Apparently, it's gonna make it worse.
I must repeat, Fyrn, I don't know what's going on. I'm just
I don't think any of
I'm
us
just
do.
covering all of our bases.
Well, it sounds like Bruce has a better idea than any of us. I understand where you're coming from, Fyrn, but again, gesturing to the obscured horizon, whatever, past our little circle, I'm not going to be very effective at long range with this. Is it snow?
It's wind, but because there's so much snow around, it's whipping the snow up into the air, and that's what's
Okay.
creating the obscuring.
Right. In this snow, I'm not going to be as effective, and, same with everyone else, with Baron, probably. Right? You're a ranged guy? Yeah, you use your bow and arrow.
I'm better with the bow. I can use the sword, but I got the magic arrows.
So, we might be at a disadvantage just with this. Of course, who knows what tomorrow brings, right?
Like we faced worse. I think it's better to tackle it when we at least have light.
Very well.
We could leave as soon as the sun rises.
And if it puts everyone's mind at ease, we could have a patrol at night. Maybe 2 of us circling around the towers just to make sure.
Sounds good.
I mean, we don't. Okay. Whatever makes you sleep.
I'm comfortable with Bruce's tower.
It's not about them getting to us, it's about them seeing us. That's the issue. If we can't see outside, we have no idea if people would notice.
Before I finish this ritual, do you want windows or not on the second floor?
Oh, okay, that works. Yeah. So we'll just keep a watch from inside.
All right, it's not going to be as well insulated. I mean, it'll still be nice.
It's magic.
Still
Just
temperature controlled.
Use 3 pane glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Why did I
actually.
think of 3 pane glass?
It's not actually. The climate control of your spell has nothing to do with magic. It's just construction. If it's properly constructed, it will have climate control.
Right.
And what is it? Put argon in between them? I forget what the new technology
It's
is.
it's a vacuum seal, so there's no transmission of. Yeah, it's not
See,
thermally
that's why you
conductive.
do this and I don't.
Anyway, Bruce, do you set up both towers, one with the stable in it for the axe beaks?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I'll do both.
Yeah, because right now the axe beaks are getting a little snippy.
And so what I'll do, Sean, too, is if you'll allow me, is I'm actually going to combine them. So there's going to be 2 towers next to each other, and then the second floor is actually going to be connected by a door.
I think that's
You
great.
do that?
No, I'm making it up.
I like it though. It's almost like a train though, where like you open the door and it's like there's a gap between them, like a 6-inch gap. And then there's another door on the other one, so it's not. So we're following the spell.
All right, that's okay. Sure.
I guess that is the specialty of Koboko, is modular magic buildings.
Yeah.
Koboko is just Dwarven Forge.
Yeah, essentially, that's exactly what I was going for.
Okay. All right. So your 2 towers are up. One, both with the second floor for keeping watch. One with the first floor for the almond to sleep. One on the first floor for the axe beaks to sleep. The axe beaks do sleep in a pile in there. Although they occasionally snip at each other when they get each other's personal space too much, particularly when Hershey does it. All right.
I'll have a little talk with him before he goes in and be like, listen, you gotta stay out of other people's space. They're gonna bite your face off. My buddy. Alright, just Fucking keep your beak to yourself.
Just
What did I
snapping
just
at
say?
the air. His eyes, he's not, neither of his eyes are looking at you.
He listens with his heart.
That's what you want to call it. All right. Is there anything anyone would like to do before you all take your long rest? And I guess what are your watches for the evening?
Jacques will take first watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
so
go
he doesn't
first with
have to-
Jacques.
I could do last.
Third for me then.
I'm not helping.
You
Kidding.
could just.
Also,
you,
I could send all rock out.
I mean, you only need 2 watches for a long rest.
Oh.
So if you want, Fyrn and Septimus can take the second one, and Sass and Jacques will take the first one.
Okay, sounds good.
Good.
All right. Go ahead and give me either individual perception checks or one with advantage.
You could have the advantage.
Well, I'll do the first one first.
Oh, right.
I think your perception's better than mine. Go for
I
it.
also can't get lower than a 10, so.
All right, yeah, you go for it. Advantage.
And that's an actual 20.
Woo! Look at
26.
that.
Natural 20. Pretty good.
Thanks.
All right. So, I imagine it's extremely awkward on the watch because this is probably I imagine the
100%.
first time you guys have been just sort of sitting there hanging out together since Sass's monstrous betrayal.
What?
Monstrous.
You heard me, monstrous. So, Jacques, you're primarily keeping your eye out while Sass is kind of keeping a secondary watch.
I'm playing
Maybe
with my little toy boat. The little
yes,
wooden
and
toy
maybe you're watching maybe closer to the perimeter, and Jacques, you're looking out into the tree line. As the hours go by in the first half of the night, the snow and wind do begin to settle. And there's almost sort of like an eerie, quiet darkness out there, where when you're looking out, you can see all the silhouette of the trees against a sort of somewhat like orangish, cloudy night sky. And sometimes it feels like your eyes are playing tricks on you, where you think you see a humanoid shape, but then very quickly it seems to vanish. It's around this time, Jacques, that you start to notice the will-o-wisps coming out and wandering around. And every now and then they'll fly low to the ground, and their light basically reveals ghosts that are just sort of there, that were those silhouettes you were seeing that then disappeared. So you can see all of this, and you can identify that none of them are cultists, so to speak. They all seem to be undead that you are used to seeing in these parts. That as long as they're not disturbed, most likely there'll be no problems with them. But it's of course it's always a little jarring, and then also like vaguely, and maybe your character doesn't feel this way, but one might say vaguely beautiful too in the way the lights move throughout the dark. The will-o-wisps particularly, and then like very quickly goes from beautiful to horrifying when it reveals a ghost in its like dead form, and often like brutally murdered form. But all you see are ghosts and will-o-wisps.
Creepy, huh?
Hate this place. Since we showed up, it's been nothing but death and misery.
Yeah, I'm quite ready to go back to Hyphen.
I'm sure you are. Or is that Roe talking?
No,
Sorry.
no,
That was a
listen.
tease.
No, I know, and It's justified. I will admit I acted probably a little brashly and quickly without really weighing the consequences, but so far so good. Even though, I'm sure something's going to come up because it's never nothing for something. But it wasn't pure. It wasn't, at least I don't feel like it was selfish.
No, that's not the issue. The issue is that he is interested in us. And actually, now that we have a in with him, we can use your connection to our benefit.
Yeah.
And actually, and Jacquet's gonna move around and go through his stuff, and he's gonna take out a piece of parchment and his silver scribe's pen. And he goes, remember you attuned to this as well as the rest of the party, where you remember that?
Very vaguely.
Okay.
Very vaguely.
Well,
did we
hopefully...
sign a contract with it?
No.
Oh. All right, then I don't remember.
Jacques is just going to start writing on the parchment, and he writes out basically this magic pen allows only the people who are attuned to it to see what is written. Hopefully, we can use this to discuss Ro without his knowledge. ... Though I don't know how your connection with him actually works out. And at this point, the writing gets a lot scrawlier as he's very quickly going through it. He still has fairly good penmanship, so you can read it. But it gets a lot loopier and frantic as he's writing out, and I don't actually know how these packs work. And does he see through your eyes, and can he see exactly what you see, or only what he could normally see through your eyes normally seeing?
I hold out my hands to put down my little toy ship and ask for it.
Yeah, he gives it back, or he gives it over.
All right. I don't know, but maybe we can come up with a way to test it. Because I'm very much interested in, using the connection for our benefit.
Taking it back, Jacques goes, well, for right now, I don't know how that devil shit can help, but should we think of something, this is how we should communicate it.
Take it back. Agreed. For what it's worth, I'm sorry I didn't talk about it with you all first.
Taking it back, Jacques goes, I used to say to my older brother all the time, easier to ask forgiveness than permission. So, given the circumstances, who knows what I would have done in the same situation. Probably not make a deal with the devil, but
I'll speak out loud now and say, I guess we'll just figure it out, yeah?
All we can do.
You have lovely handwriting.
Aww.
Thanks. Yours could use a little work.
Fair enough.
All right. That moment, your conversation ends and you wake up Fyrn and Septimus to take over their watch. Fyrn, Septimus.
Jacques would let them know about the will-o-wisps and be like, and if you see weird shadows in the trees, it's probably just the ghosts. But, you'll be able to tell when a will-o-wisp pass by. It'll illuminate the specters.
Right. And you seem not to be interested in the tower at all.
Didn't give us a second glance.
Very good. All right, get some rest.
Thanks. I will.
I guess I will. Was it perception, right?
Yep, and Fyrn can give you advantage, or he can roll on his own.
I'll give you advantage.
27.
27. You you would see the same spirits wandering about. Maybe occasionally one might get close to the tower, but they never really linger very long. They don't seem interested in you, or for some reason they can't detect you inside, or aren't actually actively bypassing the magic of the tower to really see you. So they move on. You do start to see something on the horizon with that roll. It's very, very faint, but there's a little bit of light that kind of billows into the sky. Hard to determine exactly what it is, other than that there's a little bit of red light to it. It is not actually in the direction of the ruins, but to the west.
And the ruins were north?
The ruins are northeast, and then to the west is the mountain, the mountain stairs that lead up to Smalto that you all presume the other group of travelers is heading towards. It's not much to know other than that. You're too far away really to discern anything. All you can know is that it must have been something rather bright for you to be able to see it where you are.
Right.
And again, this is really like spotting like the edges of a firework across the tops of buildings very far away.
I'll just keep note of it.
Yeah.
But won't do anything right now.
But other than that, not much happens. You can finish up the watch, wake everyone else up as you start to see the sun, the eclipsed sun creeping over the horizon. Is there anything you all would like to do on this morning? Baron is cooking you all a very hearty breakfast.
Oh, nice.
What's the weather like?
I'm gonna just redo my spells and everything.
Baron's just sort of like humming a tune to himself and muttering about how you should always have a healthy breakfast before going into battle.
Ian's just doing his typical morning exercises.
Sean, give me
yes.
an example of one of his healthy breakfasts.
An egg white omelet.
All right.
A yogurt parfait.
Actually, no. He actually would do full yolk omelets because you're going into battle, not trying to lose weight and watch your cholesterol.
Does it feel like a hero's feast in some sense, like a?
I know that's what you were fishing for, and it is not. It is just a really good breakfast.
Oh, like one temp
It's
HP.
bulking season.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'll allow anyone who eats Baron's food, I'll allow you to take 1 temp HP.
That one
Nice.
temp HP is gonna save my ass.
I know. Watch now. It's like, Bruce, you literally, like, first round of combat get hit with, like, a blast. Or it's the 1 point that gets you above 100 health to prevent a power word kill.
I've got the perfect amount of health.
Okay, so I can give you guys the weather. I just did my little weather generator for the day.
Wow.
It is all
let's
clear.
say that I'd like a forecast because I'm casting Druidcraft to check the weather.
Yeah. The weather, I mean, as far as your druidcraft shows, the weather should hold solid for what it is right now throughout the day. There shouldn't be any changes. There's not going to be any blizzards.
Yeah.
It's going to be clear. The one defining note of the weather right now is that it is extremely cold. Now, you all are okay because of your magic, your items, your things that give you resistance to the cold. But if for whatever reason you were to not have that, this is lethal cold. Like you would start taking damage if you were not magically supported. You would start to slowly take damage just for how blistering cold it is. Anyone wearing metal armor is incredibly uncomfortable. Beyond the typical just effects of the cold. It's just your metal is freezing. So if there's any contact with your skin where you don't have some kind of cloth or gambeson underneath, it's that moment where you're like, I need to be careful or my skin's going to freeze to this armor. Now, granted, your magic kind of keeps you from struggling with this, but you all fully kind of like understand that you're only alive right now because of the magic that you have. Even the axe beaks who are native to this sort of climate are struggling a little bit. But there are no ill effects. You do just see your breath when you're walking around. But the air around you is very light. Everything is super still. Trees are not really shaking. It's almost the complete opposite of the evening before. You do notice all of your tracks have been covered up by the wind and the snow. And Jacques and Baron might make a comment to each other that some of the tracks of the cultists are probably covered as well now.
Hey, Baron, I bet the tracks from the cultists are covered.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Also, to return the favor, Fyrn will go up to Jacques and say, last night, we spotted some action to the west. I think maybe there was some sort of explosion. Not sure if it was those cultists or what, but it was very far away. Just thought you should know.
Was it like a deep
Not
red?
It was.
Like the felled torch that Bruce identified?
Perhaps.
Very similar color.
I swear to the gods that if they summoned some other ooze creature further along, we're not exterminators, right? Like, and these lands are shit anyways. No offense, he says, turning to Baron.
Oh, like I said, I'm not from here, so.
I just want to make sure I'm not offending anyone. I've been told that I do that a lot.
We're not heading in that direction. If they summoned anything, it's out of our path. It would be unwise for us to pursue them instead of trying to quickly get up the mountain to try to head them off.
But if it's another Scaphian larva, it's the same. We're only taking this thing out because it's a danger, not just to us or the area, but my understanding is to the realm.
Well, we'll need to make a choice. But let's wait to make that choice until after we've dealt with the problem at hand. Right?
Right.
Right.
Nice.
Right. Sasuke shivering.
Okay. Baron goes and checks on the axe beaks and gets them all ready for the day. He just does that. Is there anything anyone else would like to do, or would you like to just go get yourself saddled up and start heading northeast?
I think Fyrn would just push people along, you know.
Yeah.
Make them eat breakfast faster and get them, you know, up and running, you know, kind of just like cheering everybody on sort of thing.
Love it. All right, so you can hop on your axe beaks. Got you all here with your on the backs of your individual axe beaks.
Aww.
Because of the way Jacquette's mini is, he's the only one who looks like he's actually riding it. Everyone else is like looks like they're awkwardly standing on it. Particularly with how tall Septimus's model is, it's just ridiculous.
You're not supposed to stand on them. You're supposed to ride them.
You ride yours the way you want to ride it. I'll ride mine.
As
Reach,
Septimus is like a guy's like he's on a surfboard on the back. All right, so you head out with also with
My
Bruce
forefathers
and...
used to ride these.
Do a
You had
kickflip.
forefathers?
Yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh,
Anyway,
pretty cool.
anyway. All right, so it's going to take you guys an hour to get close to it. Is there anything you, or is there any, would you like to stop early in stealth? Would you like to ride in, ready for combat, like a cavalry? What's your plan?
I would suggest we at least get Jaquette to scout it again, make sure everything is the same and nothing's changed, potentially.
Okay.
Sean, is it still dim light out?
Yep, it is always dim light in the throes of the long dark.
Okay, perfect.
So it's like basically, if I was to describe what it looks like outside, it's almost like when honestly, it's kind of like the pictures of like the areas where there's forest fires, where it's just like deeply red in the sky, with everything being a little dim, with just a little bit of snow every now and then falling from the trees. But yeah, so you can start to approach. I do want to. When do you guys want to stop for Jacquette to go ahead? How close do you want to be to the site?
45 minutes in, stop 15 minutes away. Or
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good, yeah.
Jacquette, give me a stealth check and head up.
All right, Jacquette is going to grip the edges of his cloak and go, bat on! To fly away. Bat! Ugh, gross. That's a 22.
22. All right. All right, Jacquette, you feel pretty quiet. I think I could probably swap us over to the battle map.
Oh?
Oh boy.
Make sure our good friends on the internet can see it.
I'm a good friend. Oh, never
I'm talking
mind.
about you. Okay. So, like we mentioned last time you went here, there's forest line and some hills and rocky outcroppings that surround the tower, with the remains of an old sort of ring wall. It's not exactly a ring wall in the sense of like a defensive one, and more so it looks kind of somewhat decorative, but there's very little of the ring wall left. Just put you on the axe beak, and I'm going to take you off now. So, Jacquette, you stealthily approach. And would you like to give me a perception check?
I would be honored. 24.
24. Okay, so
That was the Scathe flu.
you do see some activity.
Gulp. Oh no, torches showed up.
The most challenging of enemies.
Jacquet's allergic.
Looking up from
Those
your
are just
hiding
really,
spot.
those are just really big torches, though, right, Sean?
Yeah, obviously. So the last time you were here last night, the Scathefulum larval ooze or whatever, more so just looked like a pool inside of the tower. It is now sort of like stretched itself up the side of the tower, and its flesh is almost like stringily clung to the infrastructure, kind of taking up a where you can see those lights kind of glowing through the ooze. It's sort of like wrapping itself up the walls of the tower, almost starting to take over the whole thing. So like right now, if you look at it, there is the pool on the ground, and then it goes up that left side up towards the top.
Right.
Very nice, very nice.
So it does seem to have, if grown's not the right word, it is sort of expanded itself a little bit. And it definitely is like clinging to the sides of the tower to create a larger form, or maybe expand its reach for finding food. And then, of course, you do notice the unlit fell torches around the space.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Alright,
really the only
so-
expansion or change from last night.
Satisfied with what he sees, Jacques will return to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And go, well, it really pains me to say this, but Fyrn might have been right about going last night. It seems to have expanded, taken over more of the tower.
That's interesting. They must have fed it a lot of live creatures.
Well, it could just be that it's expanding, but it's not growing, if that makes sense. Right? It's not gaining more sentience, it's not evolving from its larval stage. It is just expanding, trying to reach more sentient creatures to consume.
Could have been just consumed more living mass, which is why it's still in its larval state,
Right.
but much larger.
Why are we still talking about this? Let's go smash the thing.
Actually, Fyrn's right about this one too.
Well, hold on. What do we want to sneak up on it and I'll hit it once?
Bop it.
And
We
sort
can
of
also
kind
just
of,
blow up the ruins sky high too.
suppose.
How do you plan on doing that? You
With
have
this,
some sort
and then and Bruce like reaches into his bag and pulls out like just a chunk of metal. You don't know what it does, but
I mean, how are we gonna get that thing close enough without it attacking us? I mean, are you planning on sneaking up to that tower and planting it? Unless it has some sort of like projectile ability as well.
Or you can have one of us go and plant it.
I would say you should
Good.
quit, because he's the stealth one.
Oh, you guys rely on me for everything.
oh, I'd have to take some time to teach Jacquet how to plant this thing properly, so that it.
You think you would understand?
How simple is it? What, I can't just get up there and throw it at the thing and then you detonate it? Isn't that how you did it with your barrels?
Yeah, that was a little different.
It was a little more nuanced, you see. I tapped into the spirit of the barrels and manipulated it in such a way.
Wow, and here I was thinking I was the biggest bullshitter in this party.
No, I could trigger it.
You tell me what to do, and I'll get this barrel as close as I can to it, if not in it.
Oh, it's not a barrel; it's a hunk of metal.
Oh, sorry. I got barrels on the mind.
Can you even lift that thing? I'm looking
Bruce
at
can.
Bruce.
Bruce has to use like his.
When you say hunk of metal, what are we talking about here?
It looks like a.
Yeah, give us dimensions.
I'm trying to think of how big it probably is. It's probably like
a
Is it
lunchbox
bigger than a big
size.
box?
like think of like maybe like a 1.5 foot diameter circle of metal. It probably weighs around, I don't know, I want to say like 35, 40 pounds.
Jesus. I mean, the crescent heart. Okay. Well, in case this doesn't work, or heavens above, in case it withstands the attack, does everyone else want to be prepared at the edges to rush in and save my pretty little ass?
That's probably for the best. Also, if we do this probably will gain the attention of whatever cultist people.
Wait, hold on a second. Just thinking for a second. Hold on a minute. These ruins are at the base of a mountain, right?
Yes.
Okay, Septimus looks up to the mountain, and is it covered in snow?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Is it right before an avalanche?
Maybe blowing up the base of the mountain is not the best idea. We don't want to have an avalanche on our hands and completely block our path, making it much more difficult to scale the mountain. Again,
Also-
Fyrn might be right here, and we might just have to punch our way through.
Yeah,
I shoot a
Nick-
crossbow.
If
I don't want to get near that thing.
if one of our theories was that they created this monster here to protect something or defend something, we might end up causing some harm, or we might lose out on clues onto why they're actually here.
Hey, you guys see that shaky tree in the back? Yeah,
Yeah?
No.
it's I think that's the Scathe fuel.
Yeah, it's actually just me. I'm the macro mini for this fight. I'm gonna stand on the table.
I'm gonna go bash the thing.
How are you all approaching?
Jacques is going to dismount from Cheddar and leave her behind.
Okay.
He's then going to use his Cloak of the Bat to try to circle around. And I'll say he'll be on the left flank of the map. So like he's gonna try to go up towards that like cliff in the back corner.
Okay. Jacques, you can give me a stealth check. So basically, Jacques rushes ahead to go sneak into a position. You all are still, I'd say, like a couple minutes from it. You can all kind of like, I imagine you're in some spot where you can see it through the tree line, the top of the tower. And you can all sort of see the dim lights that are glowing in the tower, although you all don't necessarily see the details of it.
Before he left, Jacques would also relay, there's some more of those fell torches around the site. I don't know what they do. I think that if you happen to be near them, maybe either destroy them or ensure that they can't be used. Just a thought. Or
Kinda
maybe
had to
use
join the
them and
tower.
yeah, I mean, as I recall, they drained energy from life forms, so maybe destroy them
Yeah, absolutely.
or don't get close at all. But it might use them against us. So
That can be my focus if you want. I can approach on Hershey and fire from a distance.
sounds good.
Sean,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do two things. Wait,
Sure.
which way are we approaching from?
You would be approaching from the bottom of the map right now.
Okay. Bruce is gonna run up to one of the trees with his back turned to the tree, with his trunk of the tree, bend down over, reach into his bag, and grab another bomb.
Well,
Nope.
anyone who's
Bruce, no more bombs.
if you're
This is not the right
approaching,
time.
if you're approaching the map, then you can. Do you want to do so stealthily, or are you just rushing in?
Oh,
Stealth,
yeah, I
stealthy.
didn't. I didn't realize. Sorry, I
Sorry,
didn't
just-
know.
I gotta get Bruce
threshold
off
was.
off the sled real quick because he's going ahead.
I say I'm not going to go in stealthily. They can. I'll give them like a 5 minutes head start and then Septimus will go running in because I'm not even going to bother trying to stealth.
Yeah, Fyrn is in the same boat, but he
I
is
have them get in their positions.
But before he gets in, before Fyrn like enters the map like aggressively, he's going to cast a spell on himself.
Okay. All right. Jacques, what was your stealth check?
28.
28. All right. Let me roll real quick. I don't know why I rolled. It's not possible for them to see you.
Beautiful.
All right, Jacques, you, especially because you left ahead, you get prime placement. Where do you want Jacques to be?
Cool. All right. So my thinking is back behind the Scaphiolum on that tower,
Mhm.
in a position where he could potentially like duck down to get into cover.
Okay, so you're trying to get up the side of the tower or up into the hills?
Up into the
cliffs.
hills, so that
Okay.
he has line of sight on the Scaphiolum, can get into cover, finds some magic potions, maybe the Staff of the Crescent Heart. He becomes
Alright,
a
so
cleric.
there's a spot that I have placed you, which is as close as you can get to try to get a line of sight. You have line of sight of like the general mass of the ooze.
Yep.
You can't really see, or you don't have line of sight of into the tower. I mean, I suppose you could shoot through the small windows there on the side where there's the tower wall that still remains, but you could see the lower level ooze.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Who else is stealthing? All right, Shannon, you're gonna give me a stealth check. You have to do it for Hershey also.
All right, mine is a 19. Hershey's is going to be a 14, I believe.
Okay, who else is stealthing?
Me.
All right, go ahead and roll your stealth, Mr. Bruce.
Also, before anything happens, I'm gonna
Sure.
cast guidance at some point, and I'm also casting Long Strider. So it lasts an
Those
hour.
are. Oh, Longstrider's not concentration, right?
No, it's not concentration.
Nope.
No,
Oh, nice.
only guidance. So,
Okay.
um,
All right, Bruce. I
that-
imagine you cast that guidance once you get into that hidey hole behind the tree if you get to the hidey hole.
Well, I'm getting guidance to stealth, but long story
okay.
prior.
Okay.
Okay. And that is Sean. Sean boy.
Mm-hmm. Alex boy.
It is a 21.
Oh, okay. All right. So Jacquette ran up ahead. Jacquette, as you're kind of moving in the shadows with your cloak of the bat, there's like only one moment where you really feel a little exposed, where you have to run across that like open area between the hills and the tree line. The air is like when you breathe in, it just feels almost like burns your lungs a little bit. There's almost like a fumes in the air coming from the blob, you presume. It doesn't affect you right now, but it's noticeable. Once you get up into the cliffs, it's not affecting you anymore. So it seems like there's some sort of like miasma in the open area between the tower and those ruined walls. It's not really super visible, but you can feel it in your lungs as soon as you're in it.
Right.
All right. I imagine Septimus and Fyrn are going to give them like a minute or two to get into their positions.
Yes.
And are you guys like basically like if something happens, you're just gonna charge in?
Yeah, we're on standby. Probably like out of the map, like behind that little house that was down there, sort of thing.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are like at the tree line behind the old, because that's I would say that's a an old gatehouse for the walls and structures that used to be here. So I'd say like you guys are probably like 20 feet back behind that, still in the tree line where you're a little bit more hidden.
Yeah, I would also probably leave the birds back here. Like if I would leave Char at this location and just.
Okay, so you're not gonna go in on Char?
Yeah, I'm gonna instead cast Guardian of Nature on myself when I'm ready to go in.
Yeah, I plan on riding in on Scourge.
Okay. And Sass, you're riding in on Hershey?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, Bruce, where are you? Where's your hidey hole? Which tree do you want to be hiding behind? I imagine that.
I mean,
one
if
right
I'm
there.
allowed to, I'm gonna get a little closer. Bruce is feeling a bit confident. At 21.
So I'm gonna say that something's gonna happen that might make you not want to keep moving forward.
All right. See that tree?
So what's your first position you would want to get to with your stealth?
My first position, I was thinking, was that tree, the large tree, dead center in the middle of the battle camp.
That's what I also was imagining is where you were gonna go.
Yeah.
Does that seem right?
Oh, that seems perfect, Sean.
Yeah. In tight spaces like that, Bruce, of course you can go around, but you can move through trees. It just costs 2 squares of movement. It's difficult terrain.
Even for small folks?
You could do it because you're small.
Oh, got it. Okay.
All right, Saskia, you're riding in on Hershey.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna go great. It's gonna be great, amazing. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
You sort of see Bruce disappear into that little alcove there. Like you can't. Well, what's your passive perception? Definitely not 22 or whatever he got.
No, it's a 15.
21. Oh yeah, so Bruce just like vanishes into the brush and the snow and the tree. Jacquette, nowhere to be seen. You know that your other allies are about like 50 feet back, and you're kind of taking it like I imagine you're trying to make Hershey be quiet and stealthy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's not his forte.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like each step feels a little too heavy. You hear the crunch of the snow. All of the different bells and whistles of the harnesses and whatnot are all jangling. And while you're being very quiet, Hershey, and I'm not gonna. And Hershey rolled a 14. Hershey's not like squawking, but
No.
he's just not. He doesn't know what to do. He just literally doesn't know what to do. So he's like sees you with your head down. So the best he does is keep his head down. But as he's stepping in the snow, immediately, like once you cross that threshold past where Bruce went to hide, there's a burst of snow in front of you. As a large red tentacle of ooze comes out of the ground.
Oh no.
And it's gonna get a
Shit.
surprise attack on you.
Okay.
Who shits his pants?
It's actually gonna attack Hershey.
No.
That's an 18 to hit.
What is the PB on the is that player
Proficiency
bonus?
bonus.
Proficiency bonus. Caregiver's bonus, which is mine. That's a 4. Okay, so it's a 16. Yeah, fuck, that hits him. Because you said 18?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I should fucking figure out his hit points.
3 plus 4 is 7. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
As this thing sort of whips out, and you can see at the end of it, the ooze, first of all, the ooze that it's made up of is sort of like sludging and like almost like has ripples through it. Almost like it's fighting gravity, where the ooze wants to drip down to the ground, but then it's sort of just like all kind of wriggles around, and you can see it just sort of opens up to this like really like gross greenish, very like infected looking eye. It's almost like crusty, and then it kind of like closes it and opens up to these large serrated fangs that go in for that attack. In that sense that like it's almost like modulating itself. It's shape shifting into the weapons that it needs, or the eyes that it needs for whatever it's doing. But it only gets one surprise attack on Hershey. Let's roll initiative. Some of you are stealthed, so I would allow you to kind of trigger something here, or you can stay stealthed.
I'm not staying stealthed, and I don't know. Did I get to cast that spell, Sean?
What were you casting?
I was planning on casting Guardian of Nature when I reached the point where I was.
Oh yeah, you would have been able to do that.
Cool.
All right, 20 to 25.
Would I have been able to cast Blink as a reaction?
As a reaction?
Stealth? Well, well, what was your definition of what we can do as an action in response?
I more so, yeah. I
reaction?
meant that you could get like if you initiated something, you would get like a surprise round on the enemies. So.
Oh, okay, but
yeah.
Okay,
or you can stay stealthed.
Yeah.
But what is the trigger for Blink?
Oh, it's an action. I'm just gonna cast it.
Oh, okay. You can do that if you want. It'll just break your
My
stealth. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna think long and hard about that.
Okay. Did anyone get 20 to 25? Okay. 15 to 20?
18. Do we roll for the X speaks to, or they go after
Nope,
us?
they just go after you.
Okay.
You do have to use your bonus action to issue a command to them. Otherwise, they
Yes.
default to a dash, disengage, or dodge.
Okay.
Anyone else 15 to 20? 10 to 15?
11.
10.
Wop wop.
Wop, wop.
I'm sorry, who was 10?
Me, Bruce. Also, I think I'm actually going to go through with the blink,
Okay.
unveiling my stealth.
All right. Why am I forgetting? Okay. 10 or 5 to 9?
9.
7.
Oh, wow.
Is that a burp?
No, that was a.
Also, I'm in
Grumble.
the ethereal plane. I rolled a natural 20 for my blink.
So you are in the ethereal plane?
Si, senor.
Oh my lord! Dropping your EP.
Sorry, my brain's blanking. Jacquette, if you
Nice.
want, you can take a turn here before the full initiative starts, or you can stay stealthed.
I think Jacquette is going to. He's gonna bonus action. Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bonus action apply the
There you
blessed
go.
wart poison, and then I'm going to ready in action to shoot at the main blob.
Mm-hmm.
Should it start moving?
Okay, I love it.
Can I have a contingency on that?
We'll explain your contingency, and then we'll see if it falls within this.
Basically, or I guess like after its turn, Jacquette will shoot it. How's that?
Okay, yeah, that works. So at the end of its turn, you're gonna trigger your ready in action.
Right.
Okay. That works. Okay, so Jacquette, you have readied your action. You have bonus action applied the blessed wart poison. The I suppose lucky for you, I guess. The ooze is up first.
Yeah. Well, I assumed that it would be higher than my 7.
Yeah, you're pretty safe in that estimation. Okay. So let's see. Initiative. Count 20. All right. So first things first, it is going to trigger a layer action. Okay, and its layer action is to ignite all of the fell torches in the courtyard. And then on its turn, it is going to use its action to summon the pseudopod tentacles. And the one he summoned near one of the closest torches, and the second one it summoned within melee range of Saskia. These things do have reach. So this one is going to get an attack off just because it was summoned within range of an enemy. This one is going to go against USAS, not Hershey.
Okay.
For a 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be 15 bludgeoning damage and 8 psychic damage. Because once again, you kind of see that strange eye appears and almost like that's causing the psychic damage, the eye
Yeah.
itself, and then it quickly jumps at you and bites onto your shoulder, and kind of like you can feel the serrated jaws scratching against your new half plate armor.
Ew. Fuck off.
All right, does it have any bonus actions? No, it does not. Okay. The ooze ends its turn. Jacquette, you can go for an attack on it.
Cool. I assume that I'm stealthed.
Yes.
All right, making that attack. Oh, 28 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. So I want to do this before. So sneak attack. The wording says that it just adds additional damage that is done by the attack. Now, since I'm doing damage with both the piercing and the radiant, can I choose to use the sneak attack damage as radiant instead of piercing?
Yeah, sure, Stefan.
That was a good shot.
That's a very interesting question. One moment.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I also am like, is the language different? It's not different for the new rule set, right?
I don't think so. Oh, I'm sorry. The extra damage type is the same as the weapons type.
Yeah, that's what
Mea culpa.
I thought, where it's like it had, which interestingly though, like I think in a case where this weapon dealt radiant damage and
Right,
not the
multiple
poison
type,
did it,
yeah.
then I think you would be okay to choose. But in this case, I think because it's a poison added to it, it has to be the piercing.
Nope, that checks out. So that's going to be 27 magical piercing and 8 radiant damage.
I'm sorry, say that again.
27 magical piercing, 8 radiant, and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw DC 16, please.
Ooh, okay, you got it. Your knowledge is confirmed that there is a vulnerability to radiant damage, because it does seem to
Right, Septimus.
the radiant magic does seem to bleed through it much quicker. Let's see, Constitution. Yeah, it passes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, what's the range on your crossbow?
That's a good question. 80.
80? Just wanted to make sure we're in.
Also, technically, it's slowed by 10 feet, so take that, you big shit.
Yeah, you're within like 65 feet of it, so you're good.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now, before we jump into the full initiative, I do think we're going to take a quick break and then come back and jump into the combat, because I know if we don't do it now, we won't have a break. So
Makes sense.
we will be back shortly, folks. Please stick around with us. And we're back. All right. All right. So, pseudopods have spawned up to block Sass's path into the courtyard. A layer action has initiated, lighting all of the fell torches. Jacquette got an attack off on the ooze, which revealed or confirmed its vulnerability to radiant damage. And Bruce was able to get a blink off and is currently in the ethereal plane. Bruce.
Yeah.
There are ghosts here.
Motherfucker.
They do not seem to have noticed you yet. Because I'm allowing you to carry your stealth over into your ethereal plane for now.
Thank you.
But only for this one time. These ghosts, though, don't seem like they're not like wraiths. They are battle mechanic purposes. If you had to fight in the ethereal plane, they are minions. Okay. Saskia, you are up. These pseudopods have popped up and wailed on you. And Hershey let out like a really like sad squawk when he got hit with the
buddy. Okay.
Would you like Baron's on deck, then Fyrn?
So when I use my bonus action to command, is that am I commanding them like for an action, bonus action?
Action. Say they can use their bonus actions freely on their turns.
Okay.
Actions, you have to use your bonus action to give the Axbeak a command. Otherwise, they default to dash. And the Axbeak has to, if they don't have ferocity to spend, then they default to the signature attack.
Okay.
1 second. I'm also like just forgetting my own rules. Let me just double check. Go up here. Okay, so at the start of Hershey's turn, you roll a d4 plus the number of enemies that Hershey can see to gain ferocity. So he'll have ferocity on his turn. So you right now you can only command him to do his regular attack because he doesn't have ferocity yet. But on his next turn, you'll be able to command him to use the ferocity. If he builds up too much ferocity, he can go on a rampage.
Yeah. Okay.
Which will most of the time default to him attacking you. Unless you can use unless you can use an animal handling check to keep him in check.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So you have to do your turn first, though.
I have to do my turn first. Okay.
Yes.
So he's got an ability where we can move as one. So the movement, can that count as part of my turn? Can I use his movement as part of my turn? Because I need to get some range to use my spells.
You can't. The way that it works is that it just makes opportunity attacks have disadvantage against you.
Right, which I need to use.
You can hold your action though until he moves into position. So remember that. But remember that uses your reaction, so you can't use your reaction for other things.
It's okay. Okay. So then, and then one final question. These remind me again about these torches.
You guys, all you know is that they drain life. They drain life. So within a certain radius, you might presume they might deal damage to people who end their turns within that radius. You don't know the radius yet.
You don't know the radius. Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to hold a scorching ray for when what's his face? Hershey moves out of melee range of these tentacles.
I see. So you're waiting so that you don't get the disadvantage.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So Hershey is going to take opportunity attacks, but they will be at disadvantage because of your feature.
Yes. That's yeah. Okay.
Where do you want to move?
Can I go around to the right of that ruin. I don't want to go through the center. Yeah, around that way. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna come through this way?
Yep.
All right. Let me do the attacks first.
Okay.
First attack with disadvantage. Oh, good thing it's disadvantage because that was a nat 20.
No.
Ugh.
Is it against me or Hershey?
First one's gonna be against Hershey. Second one's gonna
Okay.
be against you.
Okay.
So that's a 19 on the dice on the disadvantage. So it is gonna
on
get
the
an
first
attack
one,
off
yep.
on him.
Okay.
Oh, God, sorry. 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and then 6 psychic damage.
So that's 20. No, 20. Yeah, 22 total.
Yes.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Hershey's
Okay.
hurting,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah,
attack
we're about
against you
halfway.
will have disadvantage as
Okay.
well. This one is definitely not going to hit with a 12.
Nope. It misses.
Just so happened that on Hershey got a 19 and a 20 on the disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry,
But
Hershey.
at least that's not the crit, because that would have
Yeah.
dealt a lot of damage. All right, so how far are you moving?
So his full movement is 60, so I want to go the full 60 feet.
Okay. Where do you want to land?
Can I be parallel to, if I can get 60 feet parallel to that torch in the center?
Parallel with which torch?
The torch that's by the third tentacle. Nope. The one by the tree. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Let me count that again. Yeah, you have just enough movement speed to be able to
Great.
see.
Okay.
Two
All
things
right.
that you notice, Sass.
Uh-huh.
One, the air is immediately affecting your lungs once you cross the threshold of that ruin.
Okay.
So there's no effect yet, but you can clearly
Right.
feel some burning in your lungs that's making it
Okay.
difficult to breathe. You are
Okay.
also, and you realize this once you round the corner, is that you are literally face to face with a fell torch right here.
Ah, shit.
Its light was being blocked by the ruin.
Yeah.
So you really, Sass didn't see it either.
Okay.
So immediately there's sort of like this, you turn, kind of getting ready for your scorching ray. Suddenly there's this flame that is immediately like draining life from you a little bit. And you can use your scorching ray now.
Okay. All right, so I get 6 of these. So I want to aim the first one at that parallel torch that I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a 22.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's gonna be 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Torch is still lit.
Okay. Same one. 17.
That'll hit.
8 points of fire damage.
Okay. Torch is still lit. This looks bloodied. For as much as a torch can be bloodied.
Okay. All right, one more. One more at that one.
Okay.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 9 points of fire damage.
All right. You see the torch breaks
Great.
apart.
Okay. All right. Am I going to get, if I was going to target the one that's in my face, that's going to be with disadvantage, right?
No, because it's not a creature. It's
great.
It's like almost like a spiritual weapon. You wouldn't get disadvantage for being in range with a spiritual weapon.
All right,
So you can
cool.
attack this one.
Great. That's what I'm going to do. Number 4 is going to be a 19.
That'll hit.
7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
A 17 to hit
Hits.
for 11 points of fire damage.
Ooh, okay. Still up.
Okay, last one. 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Oh, good. And where'd it go? That's gonna be 6 points of fire damage.
Okay, this one goes out too.
Good.
Good job.
Nice.
Thanks.
It's good because you are about to take some
Oh,
damage.
I
As
figured
was
it
Hershey.
Yep. Okay. So that was my held action, but it was Hershey's turn. So, and I didn't use a bonus action. That was stupid, but it's okay for next time. I didn't use a bonus action to command him. I should have, but that's okay.
Mhm.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So you can either take a dash, a disengage, or a dodge for him.
What does dodge do again? I barely used it.
Gives disadvantage on attacks against him.
Okay, yeah, let's do the dodge then.
Okay. Real quick, Septimus, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity modifier?
Yeah.
0.
Okay. All right, Sass, I think that's everything you can do.
Yep.
All right. So Baron is up. He's gonna ride his axe beak into the combat. He's about 20 feet back. So 5. He's gonna fire 2 arrows at the pseudopods. Oh God, come on, dude. His first one misses as the pseudopod wriggles out of the way, and his second one will hit. So he destroys one of the pseudopods. All right. That is Baron's turn. His axe beak is gonna take the dodge action. Fyrn, you are up with Bruce on deck. Fyrn, you are 20 feet back, so you'll need 20 feet to get to the edge of the map, and then you'll have the rest of your axe beak's movement.
Okay. If that's the case, maybe I'll stay on my axe beak.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you said that you were getting off of it. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay on charge just to at least get to the edge of the battle map?
Yeah, if I was supposed... That sounds like a smart thing to do. Maybe I'll just stay on him if I'm that far away. I was going to use the extra movement speed I got from Guardian of Nature, but it seems like I'm farther away than I thought, so let's just stay on Char.
Okay.
Sean, should I roll Hershey's
Yes.
ferocity?
So it's roll a d4 and add 2 to whatever you roll.
1, so I have 3.
Yep.
Do I have to roll for ferocity before my turn starts, or
I
was not near any enemies?
You roll at the top of Hershey's turn. So yes, you would roll before you could see the enemies. So go ahead and roll me a d4.
Okay. I got a 3.
Okay, so Char has 3 ferocity. All right, so I brought you to the bottom of the battle map. You've used 20 feet of Char's movement.
Okay, he has 45 speed. I'm going to command him to dash.
Okay.
Unless I don't need to use a bonus action for that, but I
Well, I
want
guess
him to
what
dash.
are you trying to get to?
I'm trying to zoom past these
The tentacles.
the tentacles and get closer to the big blob and probably attack one of the lanterns that is over there.
Okay. Passing by these tentacles, you'll be based on their reach. You'll have to take an opportunity attack from at least one of them.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. All right. So that's a 26 against Char.
That'll definitely hit Char.
Okay, so that is 10 bludgeoning and 6 psychic damage.
I guess I'm keeping track of Char's health.
Yes.
Where did I put that? I must have written it down from last time.
So Char's movement speed with the dash gets you into the middle of the courtyard. You can, if you want, you still have your full movement, so you can dismount Char and use your movement.
That is what I'm considering. I'm just trying to find Char's health. Okay, here we go. So you did 16 damage total.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I am going to dismount and continue forward. And
All right, it does. It costs 5 movement speed to dismount. You can still give Char commands so long as he can hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna get up to that first torch, and I'm gonna whack at it. I have 45. Oh no, just 40 movement speed, Sean. So
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how much I spent there, but I might.
You spent. You spent 30 feet to get up to that torch.
So I got another 15. Let's attack it. Nat 20 on the first strike.
Oh, Baba.
Ooh-wee. Let's do the damage for that
Welcome,
because it might do it.
So I can't ignore the first roll because it's doing the thing that whatever. So it's 13 bludgeoning damage, 10 thunder damage, and 3 force damage. Plus the maxed out dice, which would be 21 bludgeoning damage. So
Torch is out.
yeah.
Okay. What would you like to do? You still have, what, 2 more attacks?
I have 2 more attacks.
And 15 feet of movement.
So I'm going to use my ability that lets me swap an attack for a cantrip, I believe. There's something like that I have.
You can use, I think you have to use a bonus action
one
to
of
do
my...
that.
No, when I take an
you're
attack
right,
action,
you're right.
I can replace one of my attacks with the casting of wizard cantrips. Yeah, so I can use one of those attacks as a cantrip.
Yep.
Do I still have a bonus action from commanding Char?
You had him dash, which does not cost a bonus action, so you still have your bonus action.
Great. I'm gonna use that bonus action to Misty Step to get over to torch number 2.
That will bring you there. You do have enough movement to get up to it with your regular movement.
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay. After this, you technically still have 5 feet of movement.
All right. So second attack.
Go for it.
Another nat 20.
Wow.
Wow.
I hate
Ah.
torches.
Your baseline damage will destroy the torch.
Okay, thank you. Because yeah, it's a lot of math. And I'm gonna move 5 feet. The 5 feet that I have left, I'm gonna move into the tower.
Okay.
And I still have a cantrip that I could cast because I have a third attack.
Yep.
So I'm going to cast a cantrip onto the ooze
The
goop
ooze
fly.
goop. You got it.
And we're gonna go with a firebolt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nat 20. No. Oh my god, it wasn't nat 20. Holy shit.
Was it really?
What's going on here?
Holy
Somebody
shit.
God just loves me tonight.
Hell yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll damage. Well, maximize it.
You make a
first,
deal
then
with
roll.
Ro.
No. Wait, why is it doing 60-10? That can't be right.
Because it's
It's doubling
automatically doing the nat.
Yeah, it's
Remember?
Yeah, but I
automatically
rolled
doing
it like it won't go back after I roll it. Like it should be 3d10, right?
Yeah, but it's doubling it
Yes.
for the nat 20. So just roll 3d10
All right, so yeah, that's better.
and then add 30 to that. Jesus. Crits on wizard cantrips are pretty good.
Whoo! And I got a 23 on the roll, meaning it's a 53
53?
fire damage.
Jesus. All right.
And Sean, does killing a creature? It doesn't even matter. But does killing a torch count as
No.
killing a creature?
No, I specifically said when Sass was up in one of them that they don't count as creatures.
Okay.
They are objects.
I
They're magical objects.
believe that is my turn then.
Hell yeah. All right. At the end of Fyrn's turn, the creature is going to use its first villain action.
Ooh.
Oh, let me check. I might actually want to wait on this.
Oh.
Take it back.
There we
It's going to
go.
wait.
Cool.
What's it waiting for?
Sean, I'm sorry. You said that when they did the attack of opportunity, did they just hit Char and not me?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anything.
No problem. Bruce, you are up with tentacles on deck, and then Septimus and Jacquet.
Well, I get to move at least 10 feet from the ethereal plane when I blink back into the primal
Reality.
plane. So I'd like to at least blink on the other side of that tree if I could,
No problem.
which is 10 feet. And then I'd like to use another...
So I have a question for you, Bruce.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, never mind. There's one spot you can blink onto the other side of the tree that doesn't put you within opportunity attack range of the tentacle.
That's what I would love.
Literally only one square that'll allow that. So you're in that square now.
Yay.
And
I
for
like
reference,
being in
that
that
square is right there.
Hell yeah. All right. So what I would like to do... Oh, I didn't realize the casting time. Whoopsie doopsies. Sean, you said there's a miasma in the air, correct?
What in the courtyard past the that semicircle ruined wall.
Okay.
So where
Bruce-
Fyrn, Sass, and their mounts are, there's a miasma.
Okay, but Bruce doesn't know that yet, does he?
No, you don't realize it till you enter that space because it's almost invisible.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run into that space anyway.
Okay.
I don't know, so.
Oh, and
But-
Bruce
fair.
definitely doesn't see it with his vision.
Yeah.
Miasma doesn't go up in tremor sense. All right, so you're gonna run into that space. Where do you have a
Yep.
particular place you want to go? Just right next to Sass, or
Probably
the other
right next
side?
to Sass. Yeah.
Okay. What's your movement speed? 30?
40.
40.
I have a long strider on.
Okay, so that only costs you 30 feet to get right up next to Sass.
Okay. Can I get a little closer? Can I like circumvent her on the right side? Just another 10 feet just to exhaust some more movement.
Yeah.
Thank you. Am I affected by the miasma now?
Yes.
Okay. Could I, as an action, after entering the area, probably coughing a little bit?
Yep.
Can I cast? I'm gonna cast the spell Air Bubble. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level, and also targeting Sass and Fyrn.
Ooh. Absolutely. Does this require concentration?
Not at all. No,
And it's an action to cast it?
it's an action to cast.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. So Sass and Fyrn and Bruce all are not affected by the miasma.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yee.
What about their mounts?
Their mounts are affected by
Too
it.
bad.
Bye, Hershey and
You
Char.
just as a reference, if you guys wanted to on your turns, you can use your bonus actions to, in essence, command your mounts to flee back.
That was my plan.
Yeah, because you could just tell them to command them to dash away. They'll dash back to where you came from. Anything else, Bruce?
I think that's gonna be it for me. Actually, no, I can't cast Sanctuary. Right?
No, because you cast.
two spells.
Right.
Yeah.
So in that case, I am not going to utilize my bonus action in a meaningful manner, which means that I am done with my turn. And I have to roll a d20 to see if I go into the ethereal plane, which I do with a 16.
Okay.
So
You are not stealthed in the ethereal plane now.
okay.
All right. Pseudopods are up, and then Septimus is on deck with Jacques at the end. Okay, pseudopods. One is going to attack Sass, and one is going to attack Bruce.
I'm in the ethereal plane.
Never mind, they're both going to attack Sass.
Uncanny dodge.
I don't know what that is. 19 on the dice, so that's a 26.
Yeah, oh, fuck. Yeah.
Second one is a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, they both hit.
Okay, first one is going to be 14 bludgeoning and 7 psychic.
Jesus.
Second
I'm sorry,
one,
I thought your new armor would help.
it's just they're literally just rolling right above it. The second one is a 13 bludgeoning
Okay.
and 6 psychic damage. Uh,
Okay. Oh dear.
These do seem to be like minions in the sense that they do die pretty quickly. The last one died. The only one that died, that Baron attacked, definitely had the minion quality to it. So keep that in mind, especially when you have them in melee range with you, or lining them up for overkills. All right. That's it for the pseudopod. Septimus, you're up. It takes you 20 feet on char to get to the bottom of the map.
Wait, can I use my reaction
It's
for?
been I've just been chilling.
You used your reaction to hold your action to
Oh
cast
yeah, I
Scorch.
did. Okay, never mind. All
Can't do that.
right.
All right, Septimus.
Come on, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'll move as far as I can move.
What's
'cause I'm just
what's
dragging
Scorch's
ass.
movement speed?
That's a good question. His movement speed is 50 feet.
Okay, so he can move 30 more feet in, and then you can give him the action, or he can use the dash action if you want.
Yes.
Saskia, I just realized that I've been letting people move their mounts between their actions. So,
Okay.
in that sense, I'll have allowed you to use your action and not have to use your reaction for the Scorching Ray, because I've been allowing other people to do that. So you do
Okay.
have your reaction if you wish to, I imagine,
Hellish rebuke. Yes, please.
Okay. It's a saving throw, right?
Yep, Dex 17.
All right. And does it deal half damage on a failure?
Yep.
Okay, I'm rolling just for fun because it's gonna die no matter what because you're dealing damage to it.
Okay.
It failed. So
Okay.
you burn up which tentacle? I would suggest this one just because Septimus is. I know this is
Great.
out of order,
Yep.
but
Eat it up.
okay.
And it's never mind.
Yeah,
I thought
it's a
I
minion.
thought it was
the
an
damage.
AoE. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, Septimus, you are able to get up to the other pseudopod if that's where you want to go. I'm gonna move this just for a second to show where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right here.
Why don't we just hit it with a nice little sacred flame?
All right, that's a dex save.
Deck save.
Okay, that's a 9.
Does not beat.
All right.
Does
Burn up.
some
Burn
radiant
up the
damage.
pseudopod.
19 radiant damage.
It is destroyed.
Yeah. That does just force. Did anybody else need some healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, it's at yep. Then I will mine. Wait, can you can cantrip and spell, right?
Yes.
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 Then I'll healing word. Sass. At level 3. $22.
Thank you. I give you a very gracious nod.
Get to the heart.
All right. At the end of Septimus's turn, it will now trigger its first villain action. So I need everybody to give me dexterity saving throws.
Everybody?
Everybody except Baron.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And me, Sean.
Mounts too, right?
Mounts 2, yes. Oh yeah, and then Bruce, of course, your little ethereal boy. It's everyone within 60 feet.
I thought you
Up the
said I was
tower.
65 feet.
You were 65 feet from your attacking point, where you can see them.
What a fucking god.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry. Let me just look at what the save is. Okay, what did everyone get? Sass, what'd you get?
I got a 10. Hershey got a 25.
Hershey passes, you don't pass. Fyrn, what'd you get?
I got a 19. Char got a 10.
Okay, both of you fail.
Whoa.
Oh.
DC's 20. Jacques, what'd you get?
27.
Jacques, you absolutely crush it. Septimus, what'd you get?
I got a 3.
Septimus, you failed. Septimus, you can roll for Scorch as well.
I did, and he got a nat 20.
Scorch succeeds. Okay, so
Sean, I would like
Yeah.
to use tactical doodad to do
Okay.
stuff to make me not fail that, maybe? Tactical mind, when you
to do stuff.
Yeah, so it's for ability checks, but I can use Indomitable to save myself from this. So
yes, Indomitable, you re-roll and add your level as the bonus, I believe.
Right. Yeah, let's do that. I re-rolled. I got a 7 plus 11 is still gonna fail.
Yes, unfortunately. But I think you keep the Indomitable charge if it fails. Read it just to make sure. I don't remember because I haven't.
No, that's only for the other ability.
You're right. That's correct. All right. Okay. So, the mounts didn't fail, miraculously. Oh wait, what did Char roll?
Char got a 10.
Okay, so Char did fail. Okay.
I got a 19. Which
All right,
turned
so
into 17, which is still a fail. Oh,
those
18, whatever.
Those who succeed will take half damage. Those who failed will take full damage and be pulled 10 feet closer to the tower.
God.
How much damage did you say?
I'm rolling it now.
Uh,
So that is 5, 6, 12, 13, 18. Write this down.
Counting it up so much. Gotta write it down.
Oh no, it's just because it's 2 different damage types.
Gross.
Okay, so it's 18 bludgeoning damage
ouch.
and 23 psychic damage. If you succeeded, you take half damage and nothing else happens. If you fail, you take full damage and you're pulled 10 feet closer to the tower.
Oh, good lord.
Some of us succeed and take no damage.
That's right. Saskia, you're pulled off of your mount,
Right.
as are you, Septimus.
Oh, the snow. It's so cold.
Sorry, what were the what's half? Did anybody do the half yet? I gotta do that for Hershey.
The half would be 20 damage total.
Okay. Thank you. Good lord.
Fyrn,
Hi.
I need you to give me a strength saving throw. An additional thing happens to you because you're within 10 feet of the blob itself,
Cool.
as it is trying to
Seems
consume
rude.
you.
Oh no, I was almost on the 19 and it landed on the 1. I had a 6 to pass, but yeah, nah. I got a 1. I got a 1, Sean.
What was the total? What was the total?
6.
Oh, God, I thought you had better strength saving throw than that.
What do you? It's plus 5, Sean. It's a 20.
Aren't you proficient in strength saving throws?
Oh, I am. I guess it would be a 10 then.
You still fail, but
Yeah, but I rolled the wrong thing, so I could re-roll though, right?
Amazing.
No. All right, so you're engulfed by the blob. So you are now being consumed by it. You have total cover against attacks while within the blob.
Sean,
When the
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have advantage on strength saving throws because of my... Nope, I don't. Never mind. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. You're good. When the blob moves, you move with it. Oh shit. Non-magical objects are destroyed after spending 1 minute engulfed in this blob. So your clothes might not make it out if you don't get out of there. Fyrn just comes out completely naked.
Be more concerned about your gold.
Yeah,
And my
that's true.
potions, yeah.
And then while engulfed, you will take damage at the start of your turns. You are technically suffocating, but what's your constitution modifier?
Pretty high. 20.
So
21
Fyrn,
actually.
you can hold your breath for 5 minutes.
Doesn't he
Um,
still have the air bubble around him? Would that still help?
Oh, he does. Yes. So you're not suffocating. The air bubble
Yeah.
is keeping you from inhaling the.
At least
Dude.
there's that.
You repeat the saving throw, the strength saving throw, at the end of your turns. If you are killed while in here, you do not get to do death saves. You will be dissolved into ash.
Damn. Okay.
All right. That is the end of Septimus's turn. Jacquet, you're up.
All right. Jacquet is going to bonus action, apply his Blessed Wart Poison. He is then going to action attack this thing.
Yep. Fyrn is engulfed in it, so he's engaged.
Right. So that's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Come on. Why isn't... All right, so that is going to be 18 magical piercing, 7 radiant, and I need it to make a con saving throw, DC 16.
Okay, 1 second, just adding all this up. Con save, you said?
Yes, please.
It is a 25.
Okay. Jacquet is then going to use his movement to move away from this thing and just try to get into cover.
Okay, there's an alcove that you're able to move yourself into to be in total cover.
Cool. Thank you. End turn.
Oh, and I didn't actually describe what happened when you guys got the attack at the villain action, but it was basically more of those pseudopods came up and attacked each of you and then pulled you closer to it. All right, end of Jacquet's turn means that we're at the top of the initiative count. The blob is going to use a layer action.
Ooh.
Okay, let's roll. Force 7.
But he can't because all of the torches are out, right, Sean?
It can't do the torch layer action. As 5 pseudopods come out of the ground.
Oh boy.
At initiative count 20.
Good grief.
Oh, are they considered undead?
Nope. All right. The ooze is up now. So it is going to
Ooze.
ooze. It oozes. It is going to use its action to reignite one of the torches. This time, the torch, though, lights up a slightly different color than the life-draining one that you were all used to. 10-foot radius around the orb creates an effect, which I think... Well, Bruce is in the ethereal plane, so it doesn't affect him. But the only person it affects is Hershey, actually.
Oh.
Hershey needs to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I do not believe this is
Hershey,
strong suit.
wisest of the XPs.
Oh, good lord. This is not going to go well. 13.
Hershey fails.
Damn it.
You roll me a d10, Shannon.
No.
Is he confused?
Precisely.
9.
9. Okay. Oh. He's confused, but he's confused
always
for 1
confused.
minute. But for his next turn, he'll get to do his regular actions.
Great.
So he's confused, but he thinks it's normal confusion and not magical confusion because he rolled well on the behavior. So he
Great.
gets to
Like a
choose his
side
behavior.
duck.
He side-ducked it, yes. Okay. Okay, so that is the action. All right, so Sass, you're up with Baron on deck.
Good lord. Okay, where can you point to me on the map?
Excuse you.
1 second.
Yeah.
Zoom out a little bit. You are right here.
Okay.
There's pseudopods all around you.
Okay.
Hershey's right here.
Okay.
You can you can bonus action command Hershey to do something. Either keep him in combat, or you could also tell him to flee.
Yeah.
Bonus action rage.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
And try and find cover in the old gatehouse. So he can go 60, but he also has an ability called Superior Sprint, so he can quadruple his speed.
Yeah, he
So
can
that
run
would be
240 feet.
240 feet. Yeah, so get him out of there.
Yeah, he is going to take one attack of opportunity.
Okay.
He does not get the disadvantage, I believe,
Right,
because
because
you're
they're not mounted. Yep.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Sorry. I mean, there's the obvious, there's the maximum of the net 20, but then 3 out of the 4 d6s I rolled were maximum.
So I don't think it matters what you roll. It's probably going to drop him.
Yeah, it's 49 damage overall.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's down.
On who?
Hershey.
Hershey.
Oh, Jesus.
My baby.
But you use the reactions of all the tentacles, so now you can run away.
Oh, yeah.
Well, only one of them. All right, Sass, that is your Hershey action.
That's my Hershey.
You didn't need to use your bonus action because you. Oh wait, no, you used it the special dash thing.
But that's not it. It's
not labeled
under,
as a.
No, it's just labeled as a feature. It's not labeled as an action or a bonus action.
Okay. All right, then Hershey's good to go. Or you don't.
Well,
you
no,
don't-
he's
you
not.
have your bonus. I meant to say, what I meant to say is your bonus action is good to go.
Okay. Okay. Am I within melee of these tentacles?
Yes, they have reach.
They have
They
reach.
have reach. Yeah.
Fuck.
Bet you miss your old patron's misty steps.
Yeah, I fucking do. Yeah, I do. Oh, all right. Well, oh fuck. Which one is the one that used its reaction? So it can't hit me.
It's not the one
Potentially.
engaged with you.
Damn it!
All three of them are still engaged with you. Hey, you're
Okay,
still a
hang on.
blade lock. Summon that.
I don't
Pact blade.
have it yet, right?
Pact blades.
got-
You could
I
just
got
summon a
two.
magical blade. You don't have to have a
I
weapon
thought
for
I had
it.
a special one. Who's within 20 feet of me?
Probably me.
Septimus.
Possibly me?
No, you're just out.
I might be. I'm not.
Definitely not.
Can I move to the other?
Hirsch-
Can I move to the other side of the tentacles and get Septimus out of my range?
Yes, you'll take one attack. You'll take
Mm-hmm.
one attack opportunity. Because they're positioned in a way that like basically any movement you make will take you out of.
Remember, these are just minions, so you have to hit them once.
Yeah.
And with your Eldritch Blast, you have 6 shots.
I know, but they're at disadvantage because they're in.
Yeah,
Only
but you got it.
against the first one. So hit the first one 3 times with disadvantage. That's still statistically likelihood of hitting it at least once. I don't know what their ACs are. But...
That's true. You have a pretty good chance with the Eldritch Blast.
All
and
right.
then once you take out the one that's engaged with you, all the others will be neutral.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay. Go for that first attack.
16,
That hits.
11 points of force damage. Excellent.
One down.
All right,
So,
next
you
one.
could-
Oh, yep.
Yeah, you could just go through them. Yeah. Next
Okay.
one.
Next one. 14.
That one just misses.
Okay. That's a 27.
That'll definitely hit. They've taken
8
out 2 out of the
points.
3.
Oh, okay.
They're minions, so any damage will. And you're not in a
Okay,
line to get
okay.
the overkill.
All right, and there's one more to my left,
One
right?
more. Yep.
Okay.
There's one.
that
There's another one
was-
on the battlefield, but it's not engaged with you.
Okay. So that was 3 strikes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 18.
Hits.
Okay, so that was 4. Is there a torch lit nearby?
There is. There's the one behind Hershey that's lit.
Great. I'd want to aim for that, please.
Okay. Go for it.
That's gonna miss with a 13, and that's also gonna miss with a fucking 13. Shit. Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Sass?
Can I run my
You have.
What's
Yeah.
my
Nothing
speed?
is engaged with you. There's no opportunity attacks if you move.
okay 30 feet to my right? Just get me out of this area. Thank you. I'll just stop and take a moment and breathe. And mourn
Okay.
Hershey, who's been dropped.
Just need to check something real quick. While I'm checking something, oh well, let me just do Baron's turn real quick. So he's gonna attack the first. Okay, so he's gonna destroy this pod. And then he's gonna take a shot at the. Oh God. his arrow misses or at least it's ineffective against the larva. All right. Fyrn, you are up.
Hi.
You're gonna immediately take damage because you're in the mouth.
Does that make my stuff get destroyed or?
No. You have to be in there for a minute for your stuff to get destroyed.
Okay.
That's gonna be 21 force damage. As you start to
21.
feel the acidic and necrotic consumption of you. You're being consumed. All right.
Can I use a reaction to Hellish Rebuke?
Can you read me?
Never
Hellish
mind.
Rebuke?
It's
an
when I
attack roll
take
that triggers
damage,
it.
but I used it in the last. Oh wait, we took a long rest. I should have it back. I will read it to you in a second. Hold on.
It's just when you take damage.
It's just damage,
That's
right?
it.
It's
It's
not
not
an
an
attack roll.
attack.
Okay.
Yep,
And you
and
go
they
for
have
it.
to make dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
And it's a level 1 casting because I'm
21.
using my thing. Okay, so it takes half damage? Yes. It's gonna be 2 fire damage, Sean. Enjoy.
Ooh, hell yeah. It's nice. It rounded out the damage it's taken to a 10, or to the next highest 10. All right. You still have your turn. You can't move, but you can attack it.
So to escape, I have to make a strength saving throw
Yes, at the end of your turn.
at the end of my turn. And you said I can attack it from this location.
Yeah, because you're considered restrained. So you have disadvantage on the attack roll, but you can attack it. Yes.
I'm going to use a bonus action. Can I command my bird to run without using a bonus action? From inside of an ooze?
Yes. It will. Yes.
Because I'm in a bubble. My head is in a bubble, and the bubble's in an ooze.
Yeah, I'll say you're able to yell when you otherwise probably would have been more muffled. And I'll say you can command Char to run away.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm going to use Misty Step as a bonus action to blink out of this thing, and then I could command it.
I don't care.
Yeah, okay. But I'm doing that. I'm Misty Stepping.
Sure.
To... Can I actually Misty Step to the upper level?
You can.
And I'm gonna try and go against, like, the wall on the right, so I'm not in between two of them.
A little difficult because there's a hole. Like the wall is not really accessible. Where I put you is where you can get to. It's hard to see, but there's literally a hole right there.
Right. I just wanted to also be clear. I can see through the ooze, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to Misty Step out. Like, if I can't see where I'm teleporting, I can't go there.
No, you can see through the ooze. It is semi-transparent.
Very good. All right, so I am up here now, and we're gonna go with the old Attackerino, the old bread and butter. I have advantage on the attacks because of my thing that I didn't use before, but actually I should probably roll concentration from all the damage in case I lost concentration.
Which thing is giving you this advantage?
The Guardian of Nature.
Oh, that's right. Guardian of Nature. But yes.
Yeah.
Roll.
I had to maintain concentration, and I took... I think the biggest one was like 40 damage.
It was
kind of... Yeah, it was 20 and then another 20. Because I remember she took.
It was
like
40,
41 or something.
It was 41 damage. It was
Yeah.
41 damage. So you have to beat a 20.
I had to beat a 20. I got a 17. So,
Okay.
but that wasn't a save. That was a ability check. So I could use my.
No,
Is it a
concentration is a Constitution
It's a
saving
saving throw.
Okay. All right. So no more of that. So I don't get the advantage. But I did roll a 26 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits.
$18 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 2 thunder damage. And I use my weapon's ability to give me advantage on the next attack.
Which feature is that?
The Maul's ability called I think it's called Sap. It is a weapon mastery ability.
Sap gives disadvantage. You're looking for Vex.
Vex.
Yes. Yeah, you also don't have weapon mastery in Mauls, but you do get tactical master, so you can use Sap, which would give this disadvantage on its next attack.
I should have no, I should.
Oh wait,
have
no, you do. You do have
Mauls.
weapon mastery for Maul. Weapon mastery for Maul is Topple.
Topple is the
Yes,
not
you
overall.
don't have Vex
So,
with any
tactical.
of hand axes you have
tactical.
Vex.
No, tactical master, which is one of my abilities, allows me to get push, sap, or slow on anything, on any
Yeah,
weapon.
so you've been using Vex, but you don't have access to Vex on any weapon. You only have push, sap, slow on any weapon.
Got it. Okay, so I'm using sap.
Yep.
Actually, push. How big is this thing?
This thing is huge because it's taking up this whole tower. It's also clung to the walls of the tower. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. You can't push it.
Okay, fair. I just figured like maybe part of it, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna use sap, which gives it disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna keep hitting.
And it was 18 and 2 damage. Okay. I will say the thunder damage does seem to deal more damage to it. It seems to be vulnerable to thunder.
Oh, good to know. Okay. So the next attack is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
For 12 bludgeoning and 8 thunder damage, which I guess is added
16.
higher.
Mm-hmm.
Third attack. 18 to hit.
Just hits.
Cool.
Bruce, you're on deck.
18 bludgeoning damage and 4 thunder damage, which is double to 8. That was my third strike.
Say the damage again.
18 bludgeoning, 4 thunder, which is double to 8 thunder.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was my third strike. I didn't kill anything. I didn't get a crit. But I can use my action surge, which is what I'm going to do.
You absolutely can. This thing's definitely bloodied, by the way.
Good, because I need this thing to die fast.
Like you can see, like, especially with this thunder and the radiant from Jacquette, you can see like it's rippling and struggling to keep all of its forms together. It does seem to be shrinking a little bit from that huge status with the damage that is being dealt.
20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Oh, 14 thunder damage, 14 bludgeoning damage, 12 thunder damage, which turns into 24 thunder damage. That was a big one. Rolling again.
Oh,
wait,
man.
do I get another roll? I get 3 more rolls, 3 more attacks
Correct.
with action
Correct.
search.
Yes.
Right. Okay. 19 to hit on on this one.
That hits.
15 bludgeoning, 7 thunder.
Okay.
Last but not least,
Wait, how much was the thunder again?
7 thunder, which turns into 14. The last one was a 19, which is a 28 to hit. I'm rolling
That'll hit.
damage.
That'll hit.
I'm going to re-roll the damage just because I can. Yeah, 15 bludgeoning and 8 thunder damage, which is doubled to 16.
Woo! You did a lot of damage there.
I don't like being eaten, Sean. It makes Fyrn mad. Is it dead yet?
It is not dead yet.
I don't
But
think
you
I
said
have
you
it.
just... Oh, it's
He said
well
it was
past bloodied.
Okay.
I think
I
that's
said
my
it was
turn.
bloodied after his first attacks, and then he
Gotcha.
dealt like
With
90
3 more.
damage with his 3 more.
Beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
It's that vulnerability added on to just the extra damage. It's a really good round, or a really good turn, Fyrn.
Yeah, I imagine I was like suffering inside of it, and like it was starting to like burn through my the furs, and I just like went into a rage, and I like magically flew on top of it and did a Attack on Titan spin move and like hit it 1,000 times.
Okay, I love it. Okay, at the end of Fyrn's turn there, right before Bruce's turn, it is going to use its second villain action, which is all-consuming eyes. So it is the only person it's not going to affect, or the 2 people, is Bruce and Jacquette, because it can't see Jacquette. But Septimus, Fyrn, and Saskia, and Baron, and your axe beaks need to give me wisdom saving throws. Hershey doesn't need to do this.
Did my bird get out of there, Sean?
Oh, sorry, I forgot that your bird. Yeah, your bird doesn't need to do this then.
Good job, Char.
Oh shit, there's a whole pseudopod I forgot about. It's okay.
I also didn't roll for tenacity for Char, but I guess that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I'll say once they've fled out of combat, the ferocity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing.
Did you say ferocity?
He was saying
I said
He said
tenacity.
tenacity.
All right. Wisdom saving throws. Sass, what'd you get?
12.
Fail.
Yep.
Fyrn, what'd you get?
What am I doing?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
Oh, I'm so good at those. You just wait till you see this one.
I'm waiting.
6.
So excited. Septimus, wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah,
He
Septimus.
rolled so good.
You pass. And
I'm gonna
then
throw some of that my way.
Scorch also needs to make the wisdom saving throw.
It was a 12.
Scorch is going to fail. Baron also
Retro.
fails. And Baron's axe beak fails as well. All right, everyone who failed is going to take full damage. Those who succeeded are going to take half damage.
Uh-oh.
And then I will describe what the effect is, because there's an effect on this as you would all see a spectral eye appear in front of you that is then turns into a maw that goes and attacks at your face. and attacks your mind, so that it is trying to consume your parts of your mind.
Roll bad.
Dream Eater.
10, 18. 27 points of psychic damage.
Saskia's out.
Half for those of you who succeeded. Those of you who failed, who are not unconscious, although you will have this effect if you wake up, are considered memory drained. So
Just
that
got
means...
mine back.
Well, you didn't get it back. You
Okay,
saw.
I just
True.
got some back.
Yeah, this is not going to have an effect of like completely stealing a specific memory. It's just
I'm
making you
just
foggy. The target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from ability checks and attack rolls. Each time the target is memory drained beyond the first, the die size is increased, and so on until the die becomes a 20, at which point the target becomes unconscious for 1 hour. The effect then ends. The ooze learns all the languages that you know and gains
Cool.
all of your skill proficiencies.
Wow.
All right.
Oh no, it's an athletic ooze. What are we gonna do?
Okay. It is also going to heal itself for a certain amount of that damage.
It had disadvantage on this if it had been attacked ever.
Did not. This is not its turn. It still has that disadvantage. But it was 2, 3 of you, 4, 5 of you actually that failed. Okay, so that is going to be 5. Ah!
I'm not looking hot, folks. This healing is gonna be real bad for
Are you
me.
kidding me? You look beautiful. Covered in ooze and slime.
I'm not rolling particularly well on this heal.
Alright, you don't have to sugarcoat it, Sean. It's okay.
Does it get the disadvantages that I had on skill checks as well?
Nope. Okay, so it heals for 48 hit points.
Oof.
That was just one of Fyrn's attacks, right? So.
It's true. That was 1.5 of Fyrn's attacks.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, I hate doing math.
It doesn't like you either. So I hear. Hey, that's what the math says, not me, okay? Just
Okay. Okay. Now it's Bruce's turn.
All right. Gonna
Little baby
blink,
Bruce.
blink back into reality.
I like this this
Brave.
little function happening in this fight where Bruce keeps blinking out and blinking back in right before and right after bad things happen. He's just seeing his allies, friends getting like beat the fuck up, and then.
Yeah.
All right, Bruce, what do you want to do?
So I get to appear back in reality 10 feet from where I am. I'd like to run a little bit closer towards the ruins.
Towards
so we can throw a bomb.
And then I have 40 feet. Where's Fyrn?
Fyrn is up
Up
here.
top.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that was him. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna do something.
Courageous.
I do, because you guys can't see it, I do just want to remind you guys that there is a torch still lit, just because I know you guys can't see it from this angle.
Where is the torch? That might change my plan altogether.
That's why I said it.
Oh.
I figured that might change your plan.
It might not. Ugh.
Just want to make sure.
Sean, does it?
Yeah?
Okay.
What?
It's a
I mean,
magical torch, right?
You're not the only person who's going in this round. Like, someone else could take care of the torch, too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could take care of the torch. I mean, like, what I was gonna do wasn't gonna be like that useful, but it was gonna be cool. At least I thought.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
do the cool.
Hey,
do
man.
the cool.
You do you, and I think what you want to do is the cool thing.
Thanks, Sean.
I'm not. It's not me giving you permission. Only you can give yourself permission.
You're right. And you know what? I'm gonna take the less efficient route, but the cool thing. And whether or not it's cool is subjective, but whatever. I
It's cool because it does something with me.
no, not really.
Got him right
Um,
down.
Sorry, Clayton.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Real quick, while you're thinking about this, Sass, can you make a death saving throw for Hershey? We forgot to do that on
Okay.
your last turn.
Didn't Hershey go down during its
15.
You're right.
turn?
Never mind. Take that back. Take that back. You can bank that though.
Great.
All right, so I'm gonna run up to the
For
ruin.
my
Sean.
error. Okay.
Yeah.
Running up to the ruin. All right. Running up the hill. I got 40 movement.
Okay.
Can I, Sean, as a bonus action, throw
A satchel
Pieces-
charge.
a piece of scrap metal at the ooze?
Not the bomb.
Oh.
Not the bomb.
Not the bomb. I can't. Bruce can't toss that bomb.
I bet he could.
Yeah. You could throw a piece of scrap metal. Are you
Alright.
trying to deal damage with this?
Not really.
No, he's trying to do
Because
something much more convoluted
I'm trying.
than that.
What I'm trying to do here, Bruce, is determine what you're actually supposed to do right now. Like, is this an
Yeah.
improvised weapon that you're throwing?
Not really. I'm just trying to throw a piece of metal into the ooze.
To get it lodged in the ooze?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, then I'm
Oh,
going to
to
say it's an
heat
improvised
metal.
weapon.
Ugh.
So give me a ranged attack roll.
Okay. And you're allowing me to do this with a bonus action?
Oh, God, no. No.
Oh.
This is an action.
All right.
Oh,
the,
God.
the tentacles on deck, and then Septimus is up after that.
Or Septimus.
Okay. I guess that changes my plan.
The rules.
Yeah, I'm
changed
not
your
letting
plan.
you huck some metal into it to then cast heat metal in the same turn.
Damn it.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
You messed him up, you bad
Can't
boy.
believe you've done this. Anyway, I guess what I'll do. What's the spell magic's range?
60 or feet, maybe? I don't know.
All right, can I just cast the spell magic on that torch?
Ooh. Yeah,
Oh.
you can do that.
I'm gonna do that.
All right. What level?
3rd level.
3rd level. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a ability check. Intelligence check.
Okay.
DC is 14.
That is a 17.
Okay. Torch goes out. All right. I think that's everything you can do now, right? You have. I mean, you don't
I'm
want to
gonna-
go inside those. I was about
mean,
to
I
say
don't
you
wanna go
technically have 20
inside
more
the
feet of
ooze.
movement, but it would just go into the ooze.
Well, can I yell at the ooze? Is
course.
he in yelling distance?
Yeah, yelp at him.
You can yawp at him. Actually, you're within 5 feet of him.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
Yawp
that.
away, yawp away,
I'm
boy.
gonna yop. I'm gonna yop.
He's
Yep.
been yopped. So that
Uh,
means everyone has advantage on attacks against him until the end of your next turn,
Oh,
or beginning of your next turn.
Beginning of or end of my next turn.
End of your next turn. Okay. All right. Pseudopod is up, then Septimus.
pseudo.
Pseudopod is gonna attack Septimus.
Ooh, I'm back to blinked.
You're back in the ethereal plane,
I'm black in the ethereal plane.
just popping in and out right before any AOE's happen. All right. I don't think a 9's gonna hit you, Septimus.
It is not.
Okay, then it is your turn, Septimus, with Jacques on deck.
Where was that last torch?
It's out.
Oh, so it's just this big blob.
There's also a
And the one
pseudopod right next to you.
pseudopod.
Pseudopod is right here. Blob is the tower.
The blob's looking rough.
Blob is definitely looking rough based on Fyrn's blasting of him.
And is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Yes.
Correct. Yes, that's right, Mr. Cleric.
Talking to me or him?
Oh, sorry.
Not me.
Mr. Cleric is Curon. He's just Cleric.
Yeah. Don't bother me.
Let's do a little secret flame.
Go for it.
You go for it.
Oh,
I was telling myself to go for it.
balls in your court.
Fucking
That's
got 'em.
dexterity. Dexterity?
Yes.
He
That
can't
is-
roll in at 1 if you're rolling.
It's an 18.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, sorry. Nope, it's a 16. I did my math wrong.
Yay.
Ooh!
Fudging it.
I didn't. I actually did my math wrong.
He was just saying.
15 radiant damage.
Hell yeah. Doubled to 30.
Good stuff.
Take it, it's not dead.
No. Just healed for 40.
Well,
Whatever. 48.
and I will bonus action 4th
Rage.
level healing word sass up.
Oh, I
Thank
forgot to even put her
you.
down.
Heal for 24.
Thank you.
All right. That means it's Jacquette's turn.
I'm gonna bonus action apply poison to then come out and make an attack against this guy. I've got advantage from Brucey Boy.
Yes,
That's
you
a
do.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. Oh, terrible. Just awful rolls. 14 magical piercing, 15 radiant, and I need it to make a con saving throw DC 16.
15 radiant. Nice.
Aye, Captain.
And you said con?
Yeah, I guess the radiant
20.
was really good damage.
27. Yeah, that dealt 30 damage.
It passes. Jacquette is then going to just tuck back into his hidey hole and end his turn.
What's Jacquette's movement speed?
30.
30. So you would not get the total cover. You would get the 3/4 cover. Alrighty. All right. Top of the initiative count. Layer action. Ooh. Ow.
You okay?
Okay. Yep. Okay. Layer action. It ignites all of the torches back up with its layer action.
You missed one.
Oh. Oh no, it just
It's broken. No.
the
Oh,
Dwarven
broken
Forge. The Dwarven Forge was trying to help you guys out. Oh shoot. You know what we've been completely forgetting about this whole time, Septimus?
Sal.
Sal.
He died.
Go smack some torches.
He also, we forgot to plug him in both last night.
Sal's been just like
in.
hanging out in the back of the cart this whole time. Like, what do you want me to do, Septimus?
His face
So-
has a big lightning bolt on it, like it's flashing.
I just have a clarifying question. Since these torches were destroyed by magic and stuff like that, and Fyrn's axe, I'm just curious how they're reigniting from being damaged
Yeah,
in that way.
True, I just smashed the shit out of him.
Because that is what the mechanics I wrote say.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Just curious.
I will actually allow one of them though to not reignite, which is the one that Dispel Magic was used on to completely
Okay.
get rid of it.
Cool. Cool.
So that one's now just a pole or a pillar.
Cool.
Love me a pillar. Cool.
Pillars are cool.
All right. On its turn, it is going to attempt a.
Little bitch move.
Yep, exactly.
LBM.
It's gonna go for an attack on Fyrn. It has disadvantage because it's its
No
first
way.
attack.
I love
Yeah,
it.
Yes,
He's doing something I could do something about.
He's doing something you could do something about.
Disadvantage. Great. That is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Actually.
Scooby Doo.
Oh, it can actually. Okay. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have disadvantage on this one. All right, a 32 to hit.
That'll do, pig.
You're eating again.
I thought I was gonna get eaten.
Yummy.
Okay, that is 25 force damage.
Oh
Alright.
boy.
And I need a strength saving throw.
Bro.
20.
20.
Meets it beats.
Meets it beats. You are not
Yeah!
engulfed. Okay. All right, that is the ooze's turn. Saskia.
Sean, I want to cast a reaction to Hellish Rebuke again.
Okay. That's deck save.
It's 13, yes.
It succeeds with a dirty 20. It'll take half damage.
Rolled good. I got a 16, so that's 8 fire damage.
Nice. Um, 8 fire damage, you said?
Correct.
Brain
That's-
is broken. Okay. All right. Saskia, you are up. You are
Yeah.
prone, but you are
Yep.
alive.
Great. 15 feet of movement to stand up, please. And I'm going to start Eldritch blasting these damn torches.
Go for it. There are 3 lit right now.
Great. 6 blasts. Here we go. First one. Fuck. 14.
That does not hit.
Damn it. Second one. There we go. That's better. 19.
That hits.
13 points force damage.
Okay. It's almost out, but it's still lit.
Okay. Third hit is 22.
That'll hit.
14 points of force damage.
Torch is out.
Great. I'm going to go to the one to the left of that.
Okay.
That was 3 hits.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Number 4 is dirty 20.
Hits.
7 points of force damage.
Okay.
Number 5 is 19 for 9 points of force damage.
Okay. Still up.
All right, last one. Misses with an 11.
Okay. All right. Any movement with your last 15?
I back up 15 feet.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. At the end of Saskia's turn, it's going to use its third and final villain action, where it is going to where's this? Okay. Everyone is within range of this. The only person who will not be affected is, two people, the classic two. Jacquette and Bruce will not be affected by this. But all of the fleshy ooze that is clinging to the sides of the tower all starts to tremble all at once, and starts to kind of rapidly grow. And you can even see Fyrn, you're right up in front of it, so it's almost like growing up, and you're kind of like trying to not fall backwards into the bottom of the tower. As you could just sort of see, though, like there are bodies inside of this ooze. Like they did feed this thing some people. As you could just sort of see, like an arm falls out and like a half-digested face stares at you as it starts to grow and grow and grow before there's a big, loud bang as all of the power and energy caught within the biomass here just explodes out, sending out these huge chunks of flesh and ooze that goes out, scattering 60 feet all around. It doesn't hit Bruce, of course, in the ethereal plane, and Jacquette, you are able to avoid getting hit by it with your positioning. So I need everyone to give me dexterity saving throws. All right, Saskia, what'd you get?
19.
Is a fail. Septimus?
15.
Fail. Fyrn?
12.
Fail. Axe Beaks?
Hershey fails, right? Because he's down.
He automatically fails.
Yeah.
So Hershey now has 2 deaths, 2
failed.
2 fails, 1 success for his death saves, because I let you bank the 15.
Yes. Thanks.
What did Scorch get?
This is 4.
All right, Scorch is going to fail as well. Okay. Baron fails, but his axe beak succeeds. All right, so that is going to be some damage.
This is not looking good for Fyrn.
All right. 20 bludgeoning damage.
I'll do it. I'm down.
And then anyone who got hit with anyone who failed, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm already down. Should I still roll it?
20 bludgeoning damage?
No, you're good, Fyrn. You don't need to roll this. Who has bubbles on their heads?
Me.
Saskia does too.
Saskia has a bubble on her head, so Saskia, you don't need to do this con save.
Okay.
Septimus, con save. And then also I'll do one for Baron. Baron succeeds.
12.
Okay, Septimus, you are considered poisoned for the next minute.
Ew.
And as all of this flesh goes flying across the battlefield, you can see the larval ooze starts to take a form. It is currently trying to manifest itself as the next stage of its evolution, as it's trying to form into some kind of creature.
Whoa. No. It's the Rancor.
As Bruce, standing over you, well, no, I can't see you, but you can see it. There is this hulking, like, form starting to rise up that has this almost leech-like mouth at its head, and it has sort of like bubbling ooze all around it, as it is about like 15 feet tall up above you, as it's about to. It can't step on you because you're in the ethereal plane, but it would be about to step on you if you weren't in the ethereal plane. All right. Baron is up. He's going to do his 2 attacks on this thing. First one misses. Second one is a natural 20.
Let's
Got it,
go,
like
Baron.
Baron.
NPC, get the key. Cool. Kill. Kill.
Please kill me.
Well,
Jesus, he might get this kill. Actually. 10, 20. And that is 16. 32. Jesus, Baron.
Boy popping off.
Holy shit. Yeah. Baron does it. He just dealt 81 damage to it.
Hell yeah. Baron.
All right.
Well, he has radiant arrows.
yeah.
This
we
magic
like that.
arrows.
So
Love to see
as all of this flesh is raining down, and this thing is trying to form itself into something wicked and something even more dangerous than what you were fighting, Baron kind of whips his axe beak into play, running up, and I imagine like dodging the individual blobs of flesh hitting the ground and sort of skidding the doing kind of a curve to get into range of it, or to get right in front of it, fires off 2 of these arrows that hit right into the face of the newly forming creature, and the radiant energy from within sort of just bubbles and bursts out, and the ooze can no longer maintain its form, and falls to the ground in a puddle of much less dangerous red viscous liquid. And the larval Scathulum has been destroyed.
Is it? And it's just ooze there at this point.
It's just ooze there at this point.
Nice.
All the torches go out as well.
Good.
And the actual like torches themselves disintegrate into ash. As you've defeated the Scathulum, or the larval Scathulum.
Oof. That could have gotten much worse. Is everybody all right?
No.
Fyrn's down,
No.
yes. His Septimus
Yeah.
went down
And
to
so is
try to-
Hershey.
and try to stabilize his companions. Would be the first thing that Septimus does.
Okay. Are you gonna use a healing spell?
Yes, but I'll just use a level 1 for each.
Jacques comes out from behind the rocks. Did we get it? Did we
Fyrn,
win?
8 health.
Thanks.
Sass, 12 health.
Thank you.
And Hershey, 7 health.
Thanks.
With a goofy squawk, Hershey kind of like does that thing where like a dog gets scared and immediately jumps up from laying down. Hershey does the same thing and gets the zoomies and runs around in the snow.
Come
Oh.
back. Wait, whoa. Hershey needs rest. Fucking
So-
stop.
So much energy for somebody who's nearly died.
Yeah. Bruce like just appears and falls on the ground. Did we get it?
The torches are out, you said, right?
Yes, all the torches went
Okay.
out. The torches themselves also disintegrated and disappeared.
If there's nothing up on the second floor, Fyrn's gonna pull up Princess Bride and whistle for Char, and then jump down and land on him.
You could definitely do that.
Thank you.
Can I investigate the first floor of the ruin?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
I will do that. The thing that you asked.
Only came out right at the end here, but this is the mini for the late.
Can Jacquet help Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce, you can have advantage.
Cool.
What?
That advantage gave me a natural 20 for a 33.
Here for you, bruv.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
As I think Jacquet kind of drops down into the thing and he goes, from far away, this looks different than up close. And then he just shuts up.
Very astute of you.
You would find, well, first of all, when you enter the first floor of the tower, there's still a like 2-inch layer of ooze on the ground. It's just inert and no longer living in any sense.
Okay.
You do find the remains of 3 almond. They are mostly digested away from really recognizing any features of their faces, and their clothes of all of they're made basically husks. But anything magical on their persons did not dissolve.
Okay.
So there are a few items on their person.
Okay. What are those items?
Those items
Will be given.
will
to
be
me
determined next session. But there are 3 items there.
Okay, and there's 3 dead almonds, right?
3 dead almonds. Basically, each of them has a magic item on
No
them.
cashews.
No cashews.
Get out of here.
Almonds, cashews, like the nut. Yeah.
I'm surprised it's taken this long for there to be an almond joke with me saying almond.
Yeah.
Any coins or anything like that on them is all dissolved.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless
Hey, Sean, can I cast Speak with Dead?
Oh.
I mean, I could wait till next session. We could do that next session.
Yes, we'll do it next session, but you can definitely, these are viable corpses. Their voices will probably sound like absolute death. But yeah, you can cast Speak with Dead on them. I didn't realize you had that.
Yeah, my bone.
Oh, that's right. Your femur.
My bone.
My bone.
My bones. Awesome.
I will say, just as a finisher, I will be casting cantrip firebolt and trying to just burn the crap out of the pile of ooze that's left behind. Just completely eradicate it is my general goal.
Yeah, with it would be easier to eradicate it with radiant damage,
thunder.
but and the thunder as well. The thing is, the problem with the thunder is it kind of just spreads it around into smaller particles. The fire and any radiant damage, you can take the time to slowly burn away all of the ooze in here, or as much as you can. It'll take a little while, but you'll be able to do that.
Okay.
Anything else anyone would like to do before we end tonight and start our Speak with the Dead function next session? Okay, excellent. All right, so some of you probably collapsed down of exhaustion from the fight. Others did pretty good. Not a scratch.
Yeah.
But you have destroyed this Scathefulum and can now safely proceed up the mountain to get to Smalto after you speak with this dead guy. All
Yeah.
right. Anything? I don't know why I'm saying anything else. We just finished.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
folks. That's going to be it for us tonight. We're going to send a raid on over to Just the Human. Give them some love over there from Paradice. And that's it for us. Good night, everybody.
Good night.